To start in like 5 years. DJ Moore worked with Joe Brady, the head coach, the new head coach of the Bills in Carolina, and he had his best year. So DJ Moore is absolutely a number one. The Bills drafted Luther Burden and Roma Dunze, and they've got Colston Loveland and two back. So Chicago doesn't need. They got to start getting ready. They may have to make another move here. Max Crosby maybe need some cap space. But now Buffalo. Buffalo's got their quarterback, their running back, their left tackle, slot receiver, excellent tight ends. Now they've got their number one. So if Keon Coleman, who knows? Maybe he works, maybe he doesn't. Takes wide receivers a while to work themselves into, high-end luxury play. If he works, great. If he doesn't, fine. But look at Buffalo's offense. And they're going to give up a mid-round pick, probably give up like a 4. But this is a move I like. Then it also creates clarity. Buffalo can now use all their picks on the defensive side because they've got slot, perimeter, young receiver, quarterback that doesn't get hurt much, left tackle, running back, tight ends. They're set. Nice move. And the Bears, a little cap relief here, maybe big game hunting. And I want to talk about that because the Rams, yes.
We're talking about the Bills. We're not talking about the Rams. We're not talking about the Bears. We are talking about the Bills right now. Do you know why? He goes, baby, we got a stew going right now. I saw this trade. This got me up. This got me up. I haven't been feeling well. And I was like, I'm going to start recording all this. And it was just like, what's going to be the day today, right? Because I don't know what stories are necessarily out there. And I see like this breaks and I'm like, I immediately go to Arrested Development, Apollo Creed, Carl Weathers, and I'm just thinking like, baby, we got a stew going right now. That's what this move makes me think of, because I talked about this because they were talking about Shahed or Mike Evans, and it just made me think like, is that the play? And I was really kind of hemming and hawing where I was like, yeah, Mike Evans would be nice, but like I don't feel comfortable with his injury history. And Shahed like is I would be excited for Shahed too, but like not just Shahed. And that's why I kind of made the comment. I was like, honestly, like you want both of those guys. I said, I'd be way more excited if you got both of them rather than one or the other. If you're just getting one of those, I don't feel super comfortable. And I see something like this, and I'm like, infinitely way more comfortable with a move like this. Now listen, I'm greedy, and when we're talking about off-season moves, I confess I can get a little, that's all the wrong thing. I can get a little greedy, and I'm kind of like, well, you made a trade for DJ Moore. These other wide receivers are free agents. Go out and pay for them. Just get goaty, get crazy, man, get crazy. This is again why I'm thinking about it, where I'm like, hey, there's still plenty of meat on that bone. Throw it in a pot. Add some broth, a potato, baby, you got it too, going. That's where I'm just kind of like, all right, let's add a little bit more right now. Let's add a little bit more, And it's funny because Colin in his intro, with like all the music I'm playing, he's like, Bean has gotten a lot of shade thrown his way, but I like this move. And it's like, Colin, you're the one that was calling him out. Get out of here. You're the one that was calling him out. You were saying that he's, hanging his hat on the fact that he drafted Josh Allen at this point almost like a decade ago, and he's like, get over, which I agree with that take, but, and showing him getting snarky with the media. So you can't say like other people are throwing shade at the GM, but, not me. I like this move. It's like, oh, come on, man, come on. But, yeah, I feel really good about this. I honestly do. I think it's a great move. I think it's a necessary move. I still think there's more moves. When you're hearing about what the Rams are looking to do, think about Matthew Stafford and McVay and how prolific they are just together in a passing offense, and how they got Puka and Devontae, some great tight ends, and they want to now get a stud receiver in their draft. I mean, I just question if we're back. And I made a whole video about this with the Kansas City Chiefs, because the pendulum keeps swinging back and forth between offense, defense, passing the ball, running the ball, And I just wonder if that pendulum is swinging back. I'm not going to go on the whole long rant again, but I just wonder if we find ourselves back to being all in on we just want to go offensively, right? These last couple of years, few years, defense has really gone a long way. Uh, Conservative offenses has really gone a long way, but now it's kind of time to just again have that pendulum swing back and just rip the top off. I wonder. It makes me, I'm fascinated to see. I don't have a strong sense of how what the foundational overarching philosophy of the NFL this coming season will be. I think we have such an awesome blend of offensive and defensive coaches and different philosophies and more run first type philosophies, more pass first philosophies. And I actually, to be honest, I don't have a strong sense of exactly, because Josh Allen's such a unique quarterback. I don't have a strong sense of what exactly does Brady want to do, right? We always kind of group these guys into kind of like two categories. Are you pass first or you run first? Are you Matt LaFleur and Shanahan? Are you Andy Reid? And McVay almost kind of gets like a hybrid. Sometimes people are like, he's actually more of a run first, and they're like, no, he's actually pass first. And so it's almost like he's kind of floppy in that regard. So, but I don't really have a strong sense of like, what does Brady truly want to do with Josh Allen? I know he definitely went, when he became the OC, he definitely went more run first, and we see that he does like that. But then he also abandons that quickly. And again, Josh Allen is just such a unique quarterback that I'd love to know at the end of the day, like what is the golden ratio for Brady with Josh Allen now? Because I do think that when you have a quarterback back as great as Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, etc., it's not so much of like, this is my philosophy, this is what I want to do. It's like you have your philosophy, you have your foundation, you have your framework of how you want to approach an NFL offense and attack a defense. But you also know that I have a superpower. I literally have a superhero at quarterback. And so I think that's always kind of evolving a bit, which is why kind of Mahomes and Andy worked so well, especially early on, because they had all the weapons. And what Mahomes did so great perfectly coincided with, what Andy wanted to do. And so, that's why they built such a great team and were able to keep winning. So I'm fascinated to see how the NFL as a whole continues to evolve and where the pendulum is going to land, as well as the Buffalo Bills, man. Like that's the biggest thing. I mean, what has been the Buffalo Bills' identity, both offensively and defensively? Like what has been their identity outside of just Josh Allen? And that's why that always becomes a problem, because the identity for, again, the Kansas City Chiefs is not, Josh is not, obviously not Josh Allen, is not Patrick Mahomes. The identity for the Rams even was not Matthew Stafford, especially the year that they won the Super Bowl. You could say that they're obviously more Stafford-centric now, but like and when you have Puka Nakua and Devontae, like it's just like, I don't know, Blake Horm and Kyron Williams, like that, top run game in the NFL. It's like I know Stafford had all the touchdowns and he's passing a ton, but like I don't know. And same thing with the Philadelphia Eagles. Jalen Hurts is obviously not the identity there necessarily. And it's just like, all these teams that essentially don't make their quarterback the identity of the team, they win so much more. They win so much more consistently. They have such a deeper level of resiliency and what's the word I want to use? Can't think of it right now, but still think I'm still processing this move. This is a move that I'm excited to see everyone's views on. I'm excited to see the comment section. So please definitely let me know your thoughts in the comments below. But then I'm really excited to hear what everyone else has to say. I want to see how some of the people might twist it in a negative. Who do you think has the potential to twist this in a negative? I'd love to know. I'm excited to hear why DJ Moore with the Bears was a smash grand slam. Can't miss. All you do is go to add Caleb and boom, we're balling. But now with Josh Allen, less so. I'm really excited to see that. I really am. I'm excited to see who rises, and we hear is saying that this is actually not a good move. So, and if you know of anyone, please let me know. Please let me know. Send it my way, and I will take a look at it. but I have a suspicion that a little bit later in the day. I'm interested. But let me know your thoughts. I read every single comment. Somebody agree with me or disagree with me. Either way, let's get to some discussions. Let's get to some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We're building an amazing community here, and I absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all generally feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next.